Namah Shivaya, Om 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 Namah Shivaya. Okay, we're going to talk about concepts and the three gunas. We're going to talk about concepts and the three gunas. There, we're going to talk about how concepts, about how your concepts are blocking you from knowing that you are a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss, and that everyone around you is too. Look at that. We're here to play, remember? So, your concepts are blocking you from knowing that you're a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss. Your concepts that you have built out, that immaculate castle of concepts that you have taken that has taken your lifetime, whether that's 12 years or 20 or 2 years or 37 years or 48 years or 59 years or 66 years or 70, whatever it is. You've built this castle of concepts about what it takes to have permanent happiness. Permanent happiness. There. Just a second. Oh, that's better. Oh, this is a burp-free and fart-free zone here. This is a burp-free and fart-free zone. Well, I want to try to keep this under. I want to keep this under 15 minutes too, so it can go on Instagram. So, on Instagram, I'll put a link below. Ram Ram Sita Ram. Ram Ram Sita Ram. See, there's a mantra for you right there. Ram Ram Sita Ram. 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 Ram 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 Sita Ram. Okay, concepts. 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 Oh boy, we feel that they like are shields of protection and identification. Okay. They don't have a beard. They don't have tattoos or piercings. There, they go to a similar church or ashram or temple. There, they're wearing slacks and a shirt and a tie. They're okay. They're okay. Or they got some clean new clothes. There, yeah. All these concepts, they're, you gotta list them yourself. You see the concepts that other people have about you there, and concepts aren't any fun, man. I mean, there's something, concepts, a castle of concepts is something we build because we've forgotten, we don't know who we are yet. Ouch, itching on my back, spot there. We build a castle of concepts there because we don't know who we are there as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss. So
We build concepts. And how do we, not knowing that means that we're living in a state of confusion there about who we are there. And that's where this planet lives in, is a state of confusion about who they are, because they don't, in general, don't know that they are self-luminous, birthless, immortal beings of bliss there. And so building concepts so that they can have a good, happy life there. That's what we're taught. When we land here, we're taught by people that don't know who they are either there. We're taught all this worldly information here, and concepts about how to live in this world, and it's different from one nation to another, and one state to another, one individual to another. There, it's different. All these different concepts is trying to efforting to create moments of happiness there, and preferably sustainable. So everybody is building a castle of concepts, trying to create permanent bliss, permanent happiness, permanent bliss there. We feel that these concepts are going to help us know permanent happiness there. So it's very uncomfortable, because you meet lots of people that don't live with the same construct of concepts there. And you can look around right now and see the result there on this planet, especially right now. In April of 2020, here, the whole planet is got the concepts of very few people there, concepts of the a very small group of people there. The whole planet is having to deal with their concepts right now there. And where are these concepts created? Where do these concepts come from there? They come out of Rajaguna and Tamaguna there. You have Sattva Guna there, where you totally, on the high end of that there, you totally remember, and you totally know, not just like some collected information that you can spew out. I know this, I read this book, I know that information there. Truly knowing that you have to go past the words to do that. But most people just collect the words, and it's like badges of honor there, and I can regurgitate this information, and that proves that I'm a highly spiritual person here, and but it's like a life preserver, isn't it? It's like a life preserver, and you're holding on to that, for dear life. For dear life, they're trying to maintain some sanity and happiness there through your concepts there. But the concepts are created out of lack of knowing who you are, and that lack of knowing, it comes out of Rajaguna and Tamaguna there, where there's varying degrees well, in Rajaguna there's varying degrees of knowing who you are, little pieces here and there that entice you to find out more there. But in general, everybody is overwhelmed with just trying to make their way on the planet, just trying to feed the body, provide food and shelter for their body, and maybe, a family too there. So, it can be overwhelming there, and so much of our focus is put on how to take care of this body and protect it, and how to take care of our loved ones and our and the like, and friends there. So much in and the value of knowing who you are there just gets left alone there, because I gotta make sandwiches for the kids to go to school, or make meals for the family here. Need to I need to go to work here and do this, and that's just this overwhelming and there. And so concepts prevent us from diving into finding out about who we are there, because not much value is placed on that in this Rajaguna, Tamaguna environment we have on this planet here. There, not much value is placed on that. Their value is put on money. Money. There, for taking care of the body, feeding and sheltering the body, and providing good times for the body. For that one, you're playing in. You created that body out of your own bliss consciousness. There to play. There, first, that's the purpose of this planet, is to find out who you are there while you're on this planet here. So concepts are developed out of a lack of knowing who you are as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss. There, so they're created out of not knowing that, which is the Rajaguna and Tamaguna consciousness there. So concepts are created out of a lack of knowing who you are as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss there. And yet we cling to that castle of concepts that we created for dear life, and we'll fight to the death to protect those concepts there. Literally, whether we got a weapon in our hand or it's just fuck you right up to your last breath, my concepts are correct. And there goes the last breath, and you're back in your formlessness, your individual formless, self-luminous, birthless, immortal ocean of bliss there for a little while, and then you'll come back to this planet or another one in that Rajaguna consciousness, or if you're really sort of leaning towards Tamaguna, their complete forgetfulness there, maybe it's on one of the lighter duty Tamaguna planets somewhere where there's just you've seen some of the more wicked sci-fi movies, and really just people, just a continual fight and hate and battles going on, because we have complete freedom as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss. We have complete freedom while we're in the process of discovering that about ourself. There we have complete freedom in exploring all the possibilities in the three gunas. Sattva guna, complete freedom. The three gunas are an expression of your all-knowingness. There. Sattva guna, knowing all of this. Rajaguna, little bit of knowing and forgetfulness, a lot of doubt and frustration and fear there. And then Tamaguna, completely forgetting. So you are all knowing. You know all the possibilities within Tamaguna. You know all the possibilities. Infinite these are. On and on. And Rajaguna, as in Tamaguna, and all the possibilities within Sattva guna there. But you are prior to that, you could say, in a way. There is you as a self-luminous, birthless, indestructible, immortal, all-powerful, infinitely creative. Did I say self-luminous? Yeah. Self-luminous. Overwhelmingly intoxicating, supremeness of seduction there, self-luminous being of bliss, and your one thing is, I am one, let there be many. I am one, let there be many. There. And so, with your luminosity and the three gunas and the five elements, you have created that body in bajillions of universes and worlds and more self-luminous, birthless, immortal beings of bliss to play to play there. And we're on we're on one of the beginning planets here, where we're here to discover about who we are and find that out. There, that's the state of, that's the situation. That's the vibration of here, the Rajaguna here, and we're finding out about who we are. And we have complete freedom. Remember that. You have complete freedom there, and you're unbreakable. You're just exploring there, and you're just exploring there. You're unbreakable. Nothing you can think, and nothing that you can do that can change that. You're simply exploring your all-knowingness there and finding out about who you are. Finding out about who you are. You're finding, you just, so. Concepts are created out of not knowing who you are. It takes your presence as a being of bliss. There's no way to have concepts without you being a bliss, who is all knowing. There's no way for concepts to exist without you as a being of bliss. You can't break yourself. You can't break yourself there, and nobody else can either. Nobody else can break you or take any of this away from you there. There's lots of ugly things that can be done to the body and stuff, and in the body that you created out of your bliss consciousness, it can be destroyed in different ways. There, you got these, the COVID-19 going on all over the planet right now. There, got 5G. And ugly stuff about that. We've got chips going on to control everybody and stuff. And there, got vaccines there where they can inject mercury and lead or whatever, and these little like spaceship things that can go inside your brain there and make you do whatever they want you to do and stuff. But that in no way alters who you are as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss. They cannot damage that at all. There, they can fuck this body up pretty good. They can put an end to it and stuff. But as you can see, there's more of us coming in all the time there. And there. And the people that want to do these chips and all that crap, all there, they want to, they probably be putting chips in babies as they're born, or maybe they even stick a probe in there while you're still in the womb and implant a chip there. That's some crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff there. So they can't alter. They can't. You will remain eternally as a self-luminous birthless, immortal being of bliss. They can't change that at all. There, I don't know just what's going to happen right now, but no, it's because of the concepts of a few there that this whole planet is affected. And know that everybody is affected by whatever concepts you are holding up and seeing if they match up to them or not, and how you handle it if they are not matching up. Which is worse? It's not a matter of worse. You're just doing your damnedest to create and sustain permanent bliss there. And you as the 1% of the 1%, they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing. They feel wholeheartedly that is exactly what the fuck needs to be done to attain that. At least while they're alive, but each of them probably have their own spirituality, their own form of it there, and they can play with that, lifetime after lifetime, just like you. You can play with your concepts lifetime after lifetime. You see now that your concepts have changed too. You have a direct personal experience about how your own concepts have changed. And you may have seen how the concepts and others around you that are close to you and stuff, how their concepts have changed too. So what reliance can you really have on concepts? You yourself are changing them as you go, making adjustments, putting another tower on that castle of concepts, putting some more windows in, or another doorway here, building another wing on that castle of concepts there, and then redoing it, and painting it a different color there, using some other materials that you found there, constantly maintaining that castle of concepts that are all created out of a lack of knowing of who you are as an individual, self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss there. So, there's always going to be shit going on planets like this that are living in Rajaguna and Tamaguna. That's just how it. That's how it is. It's really like a safe planet for you to discover who you are there. And you're going to see a lot about who you're not. You see a lot about who you're not there. And consider yourself extremely fortunate to find some saints to hang out with here. Because environment is all important. Environment is all important here. So hang out with saints there, and point directly to there, Ramakant Maharaj there, his book Selfless Self. Remember, it's a fart-free and burp-free zone. I love it. I'll do a 360 fart for you. I'll try, you know, if I don't feel anything building up there just yet. But keep watching the videos there, and maybe you'll see a 360 fart, or be able to hear and witness a 360 fart. And I'm starting to play with 360 burps too. I got one a couple days ago, and remembering to do one. Remembering to do a 360 burp. You know, it's like remembering to do the mantra. Remembering to do the mantra. There, the mantra, and creating creating, sustaining, dissolving, some techniques with that there too, so you can have a direct experience. See, this is what I'm here for, is to help you have a direct experience of yourself as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss here. And so mantra and the Shiva Shakti breathing here, creating, sustaining, and dissolving here, so that you can get your own direct experience of tasting the nectar of your bliss consciousness, getting to know yourself as a self-luminous being of bliss. There. They help you get a taste of that, because once you get a taste of yourself there as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss, you'll be back for more. You'll be back for more. There. Ram ram. 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 You'll be back for more. You'll be back for more. There, because you'll have direct experience of how it dissolves all the Rajaguna, Tamaguna thoughts. There, it dissolves all those thoughts. There, it helps you recognize, it helps you identify Rajaguna and Tamaguna thoughts. How? Because you have tasted the nectar of your bliss consciousness, so you have a measuring stick. Now, you can measure experiences and see if they measure up to being bliss or not. Do these thoughts lead you to bliss consciousness or not? It gives you a measuring stick, because you get to taste the nectar of your bliss consciousness. Until then, so that's my purpose in being here, is to help you have a direct experience, your own personal direct experience of yourself as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss. And once you know that, you know everybody else is too. You know everybody else is just like you, as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss, and that we're all here to play. We're all here to play, and we're creating bajillions of universes and worlds and other more and more and more, countless more self-luminous, birthless, immortal beings of bliss. How can we do that? Well, we're all powerful and infinitely creative, so we can do anything we want here, and it's all the expansion and expression of our bliss consciousness. That's what's going on here. This planet's just in the stage of discovering that here. That's what's going on. There's many other planets like this too. There. And there's many other planets and universes full of those who know they are a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss. And the saints that are walking this planet right now, and all the other bajillions of realized self-luminous, birthless, immortal beings of bliss, are holding this, all universes, all worlds, and you and everyone in bliss. You're all being held in bliss. There's no lines, no borders, no distance between us as self-luminous, birthless, immortal beings of bliss. We are everywhere. We are everywhere. All powerful, all creative. Here, we are everywhere. Everything is made out of us. Bliss consciousness. It's an infinite flow everywhere. Everywhere. This is your blissful free nature. This is the truth about your blissful free nature. Your natural state is blissful and totally free. And even right now, you're experiencing that total freedom, because you can you can do anything you want. You can think anything you want and do whatever you want. There, you could have, see, and right there, you've got your own concepts about what's cool to think about and what's not. This, you know, this is not cool, this is X-rated, and with the spiritual life, no sex with the spiritual life. You know that. That's sex. That's just bad. That's bad. Sex is bad. Sex is bad. Masturbation, bad. Sex, now that's bad. You can't, or at least minimalize it. There. You have complete freedom. Explore away. Sex, drugs, alcohol, being as good as you can, wearing acceptable clothing, having your hair cut the right way, and beard the right way, or not. No beards. That's of the devil. That's of the devil. And piercings and tattoos. You have complete freedom in constructing your castle of concepts there. And what are beards made out of? They're made out of bliss consciousness. What is ink and tattoos made out of? They're made out of bliss consciousness. What are piercings made out of? Bliss consciousness. There. What is a $17,672 suit made out of? Bliss consciousness. What is a $4,000 tie made out of? Bliss consciousness. What is a $3 million pair of earrings made out of? Oh, did I say 3,000? I meant 3 million. Did I say 3 million? Let's make it 5 million. What's a $5 million pair of earrings made out of? What's a $60,000 Rolex? Or name another fancy watch, because I haven't roamed in that arena there. What's it made out of? Bliss consciousness. What was that supercar blonde there on Instagram? there, what are some of those multi-million-dollar super vehicles of the billionaires made out of? Bliss consciousness. What's the acreage and their mansions made out of? Bliss consciousness. What's this one bedroom? They call it a condo. Here, what's this one bedroom condo made out of? Bliss consciousness. Starting to see, yeah, that everything is made out of bliss consciousness. There. So, what is there to hate? Or destroy? Everybody, the single most important, the single goal on this planet. There's another one. I had my superfood banana smoothie this morning with my vitamins and stuff. They're taking care of this this body that's made out of my bliss consciousness. They're taking care of this body here that's made out of bliss consciousness by feeding it bliss consciousness. All your food is made out of bliss consciousness. Everything going in and out of that body is made out of bliss consciousness. Everything. Did I say everything? Everything's made out of bliss consciousness. Even your voice there. Yes. Bliss consciousness. Even your concepts are made out of bliss consciousness. All your thoughts are made out of bliss consciousness. This is what you to save your life, or really to free yourself from your concepts. There, you want to realize that all your thoughts, all your concepts are made out of bliss consciousness. There, without bliss consciousness, there's no thoughts and no concepts. There, so it's like reclaiming your power, because it's your power of bliss consciousness that you have created letters and words to create sentences and to create concepts with. It's all made out of you, bliss consciousness. So the simple trick is simply learning that and identifying. Learning that, and then to start identifying the thoughts, the Rajaguna, Tamaguna thoughts that do not lead to bliss consciousness there. And you want to be very alert about it there. And be very alert. There, the more alert you are, the greater amount of bliss consciousness you're going to know, and the more and more you're going to live in your own bliss consciousness. There. So, how to do that is mantra. You find that the saints. They're all going to take you to mantra there, and a name of the Lord there. You say the name there. So Ram. You know, after Lord Ram, Lord Rama. These are, you can read the Ramayana there by Tulsi. There, it's like like the world's most seductive poet. There's one of those, if not the one. Maru Gunar there with Ramana Maharishi. He is one of Ramana's closest devotees there. Quite a intoxicating poet as well. Tulsi in the Ramayana there. So you learn about Lord Rama there, and in learning about Lord Rama, you know that you're learning about yourself there. Whether you're in a male or female form that you have made out of your bliss consciousness, because we're not a male or female out there. We are self-luminous beings of bliss there that have chosen to play in a male or female body in this particular lifetime here. This is important because there's so much turmoil over men versus women, women versus men, and and this planet would be in much better shape if it was ran by women there, or oh boy, let's just eliminate all that turmoil. I was simply realizing that we're all self-luminous, birthless, immortal beings of bliss there. Turmoil dissolved here. That's the total purpose of this, of each of the lifetimes you've had on this planet here, and it'll be this same single purpose each time you return until you remember. There's a single purpose to accomplish on this planet. There is to remember who you are, discover who you are, and that is something only you can do. You're the only one that can listen to someone sharing this information with you. You're the only one that can dive in. These words, notice them as a diving board. This is not knowledge for you to stick away in your brain and say, I'm so fucking cool because I know this. You don't know it. You don't know it. There. It's absolutely worthless to you. Worthless if you don't use it as a diving board to dive in and find out what those words are pointing to. And it's only in diving in, going past those words, that you will have a direct experience of yourself as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss. Only you can do that. The sages and saints from the past, that's how they got to that, is by listening to their master, to their guru, to their saint, by listening. And you have to set those concepts down. The more of those concepts you set down, the greater ability you will have to listen there, because and the more luminosity you will become aware of there. So it's a surrendering. You have to. The surrendering is setting down concepts so that you can hear there. You gotta set concepts down. You may have built a tree house there. You may have built a tree house or made a chair there, but if you've never built a house there, you need to listen to a carpenter that's well experienced in doing that there. And in doing that, you got to set down whatever you already know about working with wood there, or whatever materials there, because they may not even be using wood. Maybe it'd be straw bale there. Maybe it'd be an earth house there. You're packing bags with dirt or sand or who knows what there. To learn something, you gotta set your whatever you knew about it, then you gotta just say, okay, you gotta set everything down. You gotta set everything down to have the best and quickest results there. The fewer, if you don't sit down very much, it's going to take you longer there to get relief there, and that's what you're looking for. There is relief from doubt and fear there, because you know your castle of concepts. You know it ain't going to save you there. You know when that last breath comes, you know your castle of concepts. they're useless. Useless at that time there. So why wait till then? And why wait for another lifetime there? I mean, you've already had, hundreds of thousands of lifetimes here, so you can take as many as you want. That hasn't destroyed or damaged who you are as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss there. You are held in bliss by yourself there, and by all the bajillions of other self-luminous beings of bliss, which everybody is there, everybody there, and there's bajillions of those who know that now, or are fully aware of that there, and you are eternally, fully, in every way, held in bliss there. Doesn't matter what you think, or thinking, or doing, it doesn't matter. You're continuously, unbrokenly held in bliss there. Even those who are involved with the coronavirus, COVID-19, and 5G there, and chips and vaccines with ugly stuff in it, to control us all. Oh boy. Can't be broken. Can't be broken there. So I don't know. I don't know just what's how this is going to play out right now on the planet here, which is an unrecognizable speck even within this galaxy that is an unrecognizable speck within this one universe here. Play with that. played with that, and there's there's other worlds other universes that are filled with those who know they are self-luminous, birthless, immortal beings of bliss. Here, so they're the 1% or the 1%. They've got an extremely tiny, unrecognizable planet that they're playing in, and though they, I heard a number for the one family, $500 trillion. $500 trillion. There, you know, if they, oh boy. Whew. And once that body goes, of what use is that $500 trillion? Of what use are the concepts that they have there? So they will go on to their next lifetime with those concepts, so they can play those out some more and explore some more out there, finding out more about who they are there. So Kashmir Shivism, they're Gupta, really cool name there. Yeah. Anyway, wonder if
I know I have it highlighted somewhere.
I don't know if I have it totally memorized, but it's not about renunciating the world or hating the world. It's about realizing that everything is bliss, that you are bliss consciousness, and that everything is bliss consciousness. You are an individual, self-luminous being of bliss there, and so is everybody else, and so is everything here. This is made out of bliss consciousness. This is made out of bliss consciousness. That's made out of bliss consciousness. That's made out of bliss consciousness. Everything is made out of bliss consciousness, and that is your single goal in this life, is to remember that you are an individual self-luminous being of bliss, and everybody else is, and that we've made everything here out of our bliss consciousness. To play. And so I encourage you to do the mantra so that you can experience your own bliss consciousness. There. The mantra.
Look, we're coming up to an hour.
So much fun talking about our being bliss consciousness. They're free from concepts that each one of us has built up. None of us are everyone has concepts that they are living by, and taking care of themselves, protecting themselves with. So It's not about whether you're a vegan or a minimalist. There, it's not about whether you're a yoga instructor or not. It's not about whether you're shooting pigs in the head. There, it's not a it's not about you're going to a church or a temple every week or month, or visiting, you know, temples throughout India. There, it's not about that. It's not about trying to, you know, reading all the spiritual books, you know, and it's not about fitness. There, it's not about doing yoga or Tai Chi. There, it's not about keeping your fingernails trimmed. It's not about shaving every day. It's not about looking a particular way to fit into the crowd that you want to fit into. There. It's the single thing, the single goal in your playing on this planet is to remember who you are. There, as a self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss. That's the single purpose right now. And as you remember that, it just gets better and better. It gets better and better. Just dive. Go past dive, use the words as a diving board and dive in, because they're arrows pointing in the direction of you as a self-luminous being of bliss. But you personally have to dive in and dive there. And what the exciting thing is it just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Whether you've been doing this, whether you just started, you found that ocean of bliss within you, your individual ocean of bliss there, and you started diving in there. It just know that it continually gets deeper and deeper. It's so exciting. There's no end to the depth of your bliss consciousness. There, it gets deeper and deeper spontaneously by you simply diving in to yourself, and only you can do that. Only you can do that. There. And a great aid in that is hanging out with others who are doing the same thing. There. Hang out with the saints. Hang out with the saints. There. Again, you know. Swami Lakshman Jew, Kashmir Shivism. There, Swami Lakshman Jew. He'll be one of your closest buddies. He'll be one of your closest buddies. There. If you want, you can hang out with him all the time. All the time. Remember, you are everywhere. You are everywhere. You are formless, and you have created this form to play in. You created this form to play in. There. And when you let go of this particular form, you are still, as you were with the form, and before that form, you are still that formless, self-luminous, birthless, immortal being of bliss. Plan, ceaselessly creating more universes, innumerable universes, worlds, and more self-luminous, birthless, immortal beings of bliss, filling them with more beings of bliss. Know as a being of bliss that every time you open your eyes, you're creating and sustaining. Every time you close your eyes, you're dissolving everything. Every time you open your eyes, you're creating and sustaining everything. Every time you close your eyes, you're dissolving everything. Every time you open your eyes, you're creating and sustaining everything. Every time you close your eyes, you're dissolving everything. Ram Ram, 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 Ram Ram. Save yourself. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Dissolving everything. Creating and sustaining everything. Dissolving everything. Creating and sustaining everything. Dissolving everything.
Look, you just ended the world. You just ended the world, you just dissolved everything. Now look, you just created and sustaining everything. Look, you just dissolved everything.
So, how many times during the day do you completely dissolve this world? $21,000. Oh, no, that's with breaths. How many times do you blink your eye a day? You probably blink your eyes more than the times you breathe. Look. So, something unpleasant going on, dissolving everything, creating and sustaining everything, dissolving everything, creating and sustaining everything, dissolving everything, creating and sustaining everything. Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Ram.
I love you, beings of bliss. I love you, beings of bliss. I love you, beings of bliss. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.